Hello everyone. I've done some reflecting and I've realized that if you're at the point in your life where you're learning how to take integrals, you might be under a lot of stress, It might be summer and you might just be here helping a friend. It might be winter, say maybe November or December, and you might be in the back of a calculus classroom one integral away from breaking down and crying. I am here to hopefully alleviate that stress. In this video, we're going to look at just 3 properties of integrals. And these properties are here to help you. These properties are here to make life easier. So, we're going to go into this. No stress. We're going to be helped, right? So the first thing we're going to do, right? Say you already understand, okay, I get how to do the integral of x. That makes sense right now. But then your teacher or professor throws this at you and says, I want you to integrate x, but there's some constant k in front of it, and you're thinking, I just can't. I can't do this right now. I'm under too much stress. It's okay, because we can take that constant out of the equation, right? Well, we could just move it to the side for now, because like you said, you can handle the integral of x. So let's just take that k to the front, right? And we'll deal with it later, right? So it will end up with k times the integral of x. And you know what that's equal to, right? You just told me you did. You know that the integral of x is equal to 1/2 x squared. Remember, we're raising the power by 1, so it's 2. And then dividing by that new power, 2. So we get 1/2 x squared. And now, that constant that was giving us so much trouble in the beginning, we can just bring to the front and multiply by it, k. So, if you're given some question, the integral of 3x. You don't want to deal with that 3, so you're going to just take it out, deal with it later. But hey, look at that, the integral of x, something we know. We know it's 1/2 x squared, and then we can bring that 3 back into play and just multiply our answers together. And so we'll get 3/2 x squared. That's not so bad. But now, okay, we've got that. We know how to deal with positive x, right? And then your professor or teacher says, hey, what's the integral of negative x? And you're just like, I can't do this. It's alright, because we can do the exact same thing. We can pull that negative to the front and just deal with it later, right? And then we know that this is going to be equal to 1/2 x squared. And remember, we pulled that negative out. It's still there, so we just make this negative, right? Turns out if you're integrating a negative function of x, just pull that negative out of the integral and deal with it after you've integrated. And you're like, okay, I can do the integral of x. I can do the integral of 3x, right? And so you get that integral of negative 3x and you're just like, I can't anymore. Remember, pull it to the front, integrate 3x, and we know that the integral of 3x now, because we've dealt with it, is equal to 3/2 x squared. And then we just put that negative back there. And you're like, okay, Johnny, I get it. I'm under a lot of stress right now, but I get it. And hey, I said we're doing 3 properties, right? We've done 2, so that means there's only 1 left, right? That's addition and subtraction for you. Speaking of, what if you had to take the integral of 2 things added together? And you're like, Johnny, I can do the integral of x. I can do the integral of 3x, but I cannot do the integral of x plus 3x. That's alright, because we could just split the integrals and add them together, right? We could just do this, the integral of x. And remember, I'm being a little bit of a hypocrite, because in the last video I was like, make sure you have that variable of integration dx always there. So we'll just pretend like I've been doing that the whole time, and I'll start doing it now. So our integral of x plus 3x is actually equal to the integral of x with respect to x, because that's important, plus our integral of 3x dx. Right? Variable of integration. Always important. Always important when you're showing your work. Don't forget that. And so you could just take the integrals of these 2 things, right? So if we're doing the integral, here, let's do this right here. The integral of x plus 3x, all with respect to x, we can just split this up like we did before, right? We know that the integral of x dx plus the integral of 3x dx. And we know what those are, so we get 1/2 x squared plus 3/2 x squared. And hey, would you look at that? We can add these together, right? What is 1/2 plus 3/2? 4/2. What does 4/2 reduce to? Well, it reduces. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it reduces to 2x squared. Remember, stress-free environment. Stress-free environment. I'm gonna write this a little generally though. So if you already got this, that's cool. Let's write this in a little general sense, right? If we're taking the integral of some f of x plus or minus some g of x with respect to x, we can just simply split our integrals. We can make it f of x, the integral of f of x dx, plus or minus the integral of g of x dx. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope I could help alleviate some stress, and I hope you learned something.